Demography is the statistical study of human population. The study of size, structure, and distribution of population as well as changes in time and location is response to birth, migration, and aging and death is called population explosion is the greatest challenges we face today. Population is spread unevenly across the continents. Release influencing distribution of population relief. Rugged mountains pose various obstacles to unsuitable conditions for railroads. Hence, the mountainous areas support few people. On the other hand, a large concentration of population is found in the fertile lowlands such as the Ganges and Brahmaputra, Guangzhou in China, and plains of northeastern Europe and USA. This is mainly due to flat level land which is fertile, favorable conditions for agriculture, long growing season, and suitable conditions for the settlement. Areas with well developed transport infrastructure and links through road, rail, tramping canals, and air are likely to be densely populated than thin areas which are poorly connected to the transport network. In earlier times, the absence of water transport on all islands remained virtually uninhabited. One of the reasons why mountains are not inhabited by people is lack of accessibility. Adequate water supply is very much presence of absence of water in any region. Water supply is essential for human survival and development. Soil, fertile alluvial soils of river valleys throughout the world have encouraged dense settlement of population because they support agricultural activities. The high density of population in East and Southeast Asia is mainly based on fertile soil. Dense population is found in the Ganges Valley of India, Indus Valley of Pakistan, Guangzhou Valley of China. On the other hand, desert soil of Sahara region is sparsely populated. Economic and political factors. Unfavorable economic condition, unemployment, religious intolerance, conflicts, and wars do not favor more population. The analysis of population pattern is distributed density is fundamental to the study of demographic characteristics of any area. 10 most populous countries of the world make up nearly 60% of the world's population. Density of population, the number of persons living per unit of land gives a better picture. This is expressed in the form of density of population per square kilometer of land area. Density of population, total population by the total area of the country. It is obtained by the dividing the total land area by the total population, the quotient being the number of people per square kilometer compared with simple arithmetic density. Physiological or nutritional density is a more refined method of calculating man-land ratios. Physiological or nutritional density is the ratio between the total population and total cropped area. The total arable land in the world is 13.3% and the nutritional density of the world is 325 per square kilometer of land. The total percentage of land area in India is 48.83 and its nutrition density is 753 per square kilometer of land. Singapore has the high nutrition density of population for 449.98 per square kilometer of land with the world. The areas of density of population can be divided into 3. High density areas of population. Fertile plains with favorable climate and high density industrialized and urbanized areas are densely populated. There are 4 major areas of high density of population with more than 100 square person square kilometer. Areas all include Eastern Asia including China, Japan and Republic of Korea. South Asia, Southern Asia comprising India, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. Northeastern part of the United States of America. Central and Northeastern Europe. Of the 4 regions given, the first 2, Eastern Asia and the Southeast Asia, have density population due to favorable environmental conditions such as climate, soil, large area plains which encourage growth of agriculture. The plain and river valleys of India and China are densely populated. In the last group groups, Northeastern United States of America and Northwestern Europe which are densely populated due to the concentration of manufacturing industries. Moderate density are areas of moderate density population of 10 to 80 persons per square kilometer. Areas of moderate density include central United States of America, tropical Western Africa, western blocks of Asia, Eastern Europe, Deccan Plateau of India, central China, southern portion of Plateau of Mexico, northeastern Brazil, central Chile are characterized by well-developed agricultural activities, favorable climate, fertile soils, fishing, etc. Sahara. Low density are less than 10 km per square kilometer. Amazon forest of South America and Congo forest of Africa, Arctic area of Canada, Greenland and other polar regions. Great deserts of the world, example Sahara, Kalahari, Arabia, Great Desert of Australia, Atacama Desert of South America, desert regions of Western United States and Thar Desert of India, high mountainous regions in all continents, Antarctica are all low densely populated. Australia, with an average density of population of 2 persons per square kilometer, is one of the most sparsely populated countries of the world. However, inhabitants of these areas have high standard of living. The reasons for low density of population are bad and unfavorable environmental, lack of economic activities, lack of transport and communication, government policy. After the introduction of agriculture about 8,000 to 12,000 years ago, the size of the population was roughly 8 million. In the first century, it was below 300 million. The expanding world trade during the 16th and 17th centuries set the stage for rapid population growth. Around 1750, at the dawn of industrial revolution, the world population was 550 million. World population exploded in the 18th century after the industrial revolution. Technological advancement achieved so far helped in the reduction of birth rate and provided a stage for accelerated population growth. The current world population of 7.6 billion is expected to reach 8.6 billion in 2030, 9.7 billion in 2050, and 11.2 billion in 2100, according to the United Nations report being launched. With roughly 83 million people being added to the world's population every year, the upward trend in population size is expected to continue. Even assuming that fertility levels will continue to decline. The current world population, according to UN department, is 7.685036620. The new projections include some notable findings on the country level. China and India, 1.3 million inhabitants, remain the most two populous countries, comprising 98% and 18% of the total global population respectively. In roughly 7 years or around 2024, the population of India is expected to surpass that of China. Among the 10 largest countries worldwide, Nigeria is the growing most rapidly. Population of Nigeria, currently the world's 7th largest, is projected to surpass that of the United States and become the 3rd largest country in the world shortly before 2050. Most of the global increase is attributable to a small number of countries. From 2017 to 2050, it is expected that half of the world's population growth will be concentrated in just 9 countries: India, Nigeria, Congo, Pakistan, Ethiopia, United Republic of Tanzania, the United States of America, Uganda, and Indonesia, ordered by the expected contribution to total growth. The group of 47 least developed countries (LDCs) continues to have a relatively high level of fertility, which stood at 4.3 births per woman in 2010-2050. As a result, the population of these countries have been growing rapidly at around 2.4% per year. Although this rate of increase is expected to slow significantly over the coming decades, the combined population of the LDCs, roughly 1 billion in 2007, is projected to increase by 33% between 2017 and 2013. World population will reach 9.7 billion by in 2050. Similarly, Africa continues to experience high rates of population growth. Between 2017 and 2050, the populations of 26 African countries are projected to expand to at least double their current size. The concentration of global population growth in the poorest countries presents a considerable challenge to governments in implementing the 2030 agenda for suitable development, which seeks to end poverty and hunger, expand and update health and education system, achieve gender equality and women's empowerment, reduce inequality, ensure that no one is left behind. Population in the world is currently growing at a rate of around 1.09% per year. It is estimated to reach 1% by 2023, less than 0.5% by 2052, and 0.25% by 2076. In 2100, it should be only be 0.09%, or an addition of only 10 million people, or to a total population of 11.2 billion. World population will therefore continue to grow in the 21st century. Doubling times the amount of time taken for a given population to double in size in constant growth rate. We find the doubling time for a population undergoing exponential growth by using the rule of 70. It is because the population of country becomes double in 70 years if the growth rate is 1%. Thus, if we divide 70 by the growth rate and we get the double in the time of population growth rate. For example, if the growth rate is 2.08, divide 70 by 2.08 and we get 333.6 years of the doubling time of population. World population has doubled in 40 years from 1959 to 1999. It is now estimated that it will take another nearly 40 years to increase for another 50% to become 9 billion by 2037. The latest world population projections indicate the world population will reach 10 billion persons in the year 2055 and 11 billion in the year 2088. According to United Nations, the 6 billion figure we reached on to October 12, 1988, celebrated as the day of 6 billion. World population needed 7 billion on October 31st, 2011. Reached 7 billion on October 31st, 2011. The current world population is 7.7 billion as of on February 2009. According to the 2019, according to the most recent United Nations estimates, the United Nations projects world population to reach 8 trillion in 2023 and 10 billion in the year 2056. On the basis of growth rate of the population, the world can be divided into areas of low growth rate. Developed countries like US, Canada, Japan, Australia, New Zealand or Western have low growth of population in this growth due to low birth rates and low death rates. The difference between the birth death and rate in the countries is the slowest. Moderate growth rate like developing countries like Pakistan, Afghanistan, Brazil, Bolivia, Mongolia, Indonesia and many other African and South American countries where the growth rate of nearly 2% is also included among these countries. The growth rate has started declining. Areas of high growth rate countries like Mexico, Iran, Colombia, Venezuela, Peru, Libya, Algeria, Sudan, Kenya, and Kuwait make this category. In this, most of the African countries have a growth rate of 3% fall in this category. Population concepts are overpopulation, population considered too large, underpopulation population is less than the available resources of country. Optimum population is a situation where the number of people that can be supported is the same as that of available sources.